Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the concept of time versus reward and how you can change it, optimize it, whatever, to help with your personal finance. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the video. And thank you for supporting my videos so far on this channel. I am posting them twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. So if you like this content, be sure to really thumbs up. But the main thing I'm looking for when I make these videos is just leave a nice comment. And we'll keep this conversation going because I like this to be a two-way thing. Like, I'm not just here to teach you. Like if there's anything you can teach me, I would appreciate it. So, like I said, going back to the topic of time versus reward, what that means is when you're working on something, so for example, I manage my 6 YouTube channels. I need to optimize my time as much as possible to get the most reward out of it. To effectively, it's almost like the concept of cutting corners, you know. So I feel that the problem we have when we're brought up is that you almost instill with this idea you should never cut corners. You should work hard. You should do that. But for me personally, that's loser talk. It's a case of if you are able to find a way to get things done quickly and better and save your time and get more reward out of it, then good for you, basically. Now, of course, when they're saying about don't cut corners, they just mean like don't copy all the work or like your homework off of Wikipedia or something. That's not cutting corners. That's just being lazy. They're two completely separate things. Cutting corners would be, for example, like rather than me managing, like I've got 3,000 videos across my 6 channels, rather than me opening each one individually to update a link, using something like TubeBuddy. So I'll link in the description. But what TubeBuddy allows me to do, essentially, is to say, okay, let's say, for example, one of my affiliate links has updated, is changed in some way. I'm not going to go through 3,000 videos to update that link manually. Hell no, as I've got better things to do with my time. So I can load up a tool like TubeBuddy, and I can say, for example, find the old link, replace it with a new one, and it will do it all for me. Simple as that. That's my idea of time versus reward. So I found a solution which basically optimizes what I'm doing and it gives me the most reward because I then can keep all of my links across all 3,000 of my videos up to date without having to manually open every single one. Because when you're a content creator like me and you've been doing it for a long time, I've been doing this since August 2013. Basically, eventually you will have simply too many uploads to like manage manually, and you need to find ways, if you care, to update all the old videos. And the reason why it's rewarding for me to do that, even the old videos from like 8 years ago, is because they're still getting views. That's the thing, because I tend to make gaming tutorials, whatever, things like that, and people still are always new to the game every single day, and people are always replying to my videos which I uploaded like 7 8 years ago, on my channel. So it is rewarding for me to keep those videos up to date and to get the most use out of them and to keep them as relevant as possible, even if it is just updating the description. Now, that's just one little example. I've got dozens of others, which I've found over time. So I would say if you have anything in your life which is laborious, tedious, like you are just almost like a machine having to repeat the task over and over again, and it doesn't even have to be computer related, it could be anything related. If you can find a way to optimize it and to get a better use of your time, then great. That's wonderful. And the reason why that is relevant to personal finance is because going back to my method of the to-do list, for example, you want to spend time to really work out where you are financially. So, for example, I've said about listing all of your finances, listing all of your debts, for example. You're not going to have time to do that if you're worried about all these other mundane tasks. So, but the whole point of the to-do list is not to let things slide. So it's not about, just like, okay, look, just forget everything that doesn't matter and focus on the important stuff. It's like, because even the little things will always catch up to you. That's the thing. So it's about optimizing your time, optimize it and get everything done. And if there are some tasks which you can get off, completely off your list by completing it, then trying to find the quickest way to do it works well for me. Simple as that, in my opinion. So, for example, my to-do list, when something is done, I tick it off by deleting it from the list. It's like, this is done, delete, done. It's also how I handle my emails, for example. So when I receive an email, I look at it. If I have to take any action at all, I've taken the action, I file it away into a different folder. So I treat my email inbox like it's a to-do list, almost. So if there's anything that I need to actually do, then I will take action on it, and then when it's done, move it out the way. If it's spam, delete it. It's out of the inbox. If it's something that's useful but I don't need to take action, I will file it in the appropriate place. Believe me, I've got like 50 folders in my emails. But the concept is always the same. It's a case of just get things done. This whole concept of action speaks louder than words. So when it comes to the mundane tasks, try and find a way to really, really optimize what you're doing. There's always a way to do it, because simply there shouldn't ever have to be a reason why you manually have to do something 2,000, 3,000 times. You shouldn't have to do that ever. So, at least in my opinion, like, you tell me if there's any tasks you have to do manually thousands of times in the comments. If it's related to like a job and they have inefficient practices and stuff like that, then that's a separate issue. But for your personal life, you shouldn't need to do that. You should be able to find a way to optimize what you're doing. And yeah, and hopefully it will lead towards the greatest or the biggest goal, which is towards managing yourself, managing your money, managing your personal finance. And all of it, like the money management, personal finance stuff, falls within the same category of managing yourself. So secretly, that's what this whole channel is about. It's not just about managing personal finances, it's about how you manage you. Simple as that. And it works well for me, and I know it works well for other people as well, because they've been reaching out to me and they've been talking to me. So yeah, so like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Has there been anything that you've been able to optimize to get, spend less time but then greater reward? Do you approach it a different way, for example? Like I said, I challenge you to teach me about any methods that you use as well. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I do post to this channel every Monday and Friday, so please keep this conversation going and check out the other videos on the channel. It's all leading towards the same goal of personal finance, debt management, money management, and self-management.